Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I'm going to go over the Home tab. I'm not going to get into everything that you can do here, I just kind of want to go over an overview. Then as we move forward, I will have more videos on how to use some of these features, diving deeper, especially for rules and tasks. I don't know if you remember in the previous video, the one where I did, I believe it was in the options, one of the options videos, I created a new group. I think it was options 3. So I just wanted you to see that it did show up here, and these were the things that I asked it to do. Or to add. So anyway, new email, very self-explanatory. You can just click on that and get a new email started. Another thing you can do is Control N, and that will also start a new email for you. New items. So here you can actually choose to make a new email message. You can do an appointment, a meeting, create a new contact, create a task, how you want to use your email. So I can change my stationery from here or change the type of email I want. I can post this in a folder. I can contact a group. I can task request. I can internet fax. I can choose from, and I can do an Outlook data file. But again, the Outlook data file, they're kind of hard to find. You can actually create one. You can see that I have one here. I wouldn't recommend it because it is based on our organization and not so much on a personal use. But if you're in personal use computer, you can do that. Clean up, you can clean up the folder. So as you can see, this is what it means: remove redundant messages from every conversation in the selected folder. Or I can do in subfolders, same difference. Or I can select to choose to delete an email. So here I've already read that, so it's quick, easy. You can just click on it and there you go. Perhaps I want to archive a message. So I can click on my archive. I can create an archive folder, or I can create an existing folder. I'm not going to archive my message though, so I'm going to leave that there. The other thing I can do is I can reply to the person who sent me the message. I can reply to everybody. So say you got a message and there's 15 people that were CC'd with you on this message. You can reply to all so they all get the information. If you just do a reply, only the sender will get the information. So just be aware that there is a difference in, for consistency's sake or documentation. If you want to make sure that you have it down that everybody was sent this message, or you reply to everybody, use the reply all. And then of course forward. I can forward this message to anybody I want. I actually did forward it. You can see the little arrow here. It recognizes that this message was forwarded, and so I can actually click on that and know that I forward this and when I forward it and all of that. So that's a really kind of a cool feature. So be aware that is available to you. The other thing that you have is you can schedule a meeting with replying with a meeting. So say I want to meet with him and discuss this further, I can do that through here. I can also instant message this item. I haven't ever tried that, so I'd be curious how that worked. Okay, so it will go through, it looks like Skype. So if they don't have a Skype account, it won't go. So it's mostly for internal, I would say. And then you also have other things that you can do here. So forward as an attachment or call the person. I choose not to do that. Quick tasks, this is just some quick things to do. I don't know why that exists, because to me, I have everything I want here. I can actually move that email to a different folder. You can see that I have all my folders set up here, so perhaps I want to move it to quotes because it was something that I wanted a price on. If I didn't mean to move it, I can always undo move and leave it and bring it back to where it was. So if you didn't see that, it's over here. It goes from undo to redo. You can also right click. And so let's go ahead and move that, and I'll show you that real quick. So say I move that to BenQ. Usually you can undo here, but obviously you can't. So I've deleted folders or files and use the undo on a right click, but obviously you can't here. If I have this highlighted, I can actually make a notebook, and I do have a whole video series on OneNote, so you might want to go through that. But if I click on OneNote, I can actually go into one of these folders, and I can pick whichever folder I want and pick a section. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, and then I can just say okay, and now it opens up in the OneNote program. So it's a really cool tool. I would suggest if you're really interested in OneNote to watch the videos or attend one of the trainings, because there is so much that OneNote can do, and it works really well with Outlook. So I can actually change this. Now perhaps I want to follow up on this, but I just am not ready to do it, and it shows up as red. I can actually click on this and show it as unread, and so you see it bolded right there. And then if I choose, I can also right click and I can mark as red, and then it takes that off for me. I can also add a category. Now, I did a purple category in a previous video, so you'll see that he's now in a purple category. It's part of this here. And actually, on this page, you can sort by category, size, received date, and who it was from, and all of that. Usually, I like to keep it by who it's from because it's easier for me to identify. So follow up. I need to follow up with Mike on this email that he sent me, so I can actually choose when to follow it up. Say I wanted to follow it up next week. So you see that I got a little thing here, and it tells me that I need to follow up on it. So that's how I would recognize that. I can click on here and say that, okay, you know, I've completed it. This is how you would check it off. So same with this. And then I can search for people. I can use the address book. If you're looking for somebody in particular, you can type in their name, their first name. I would use the more columns because the more columns gives you more options than just the name only. Sometimes you may know their last name and not their first name, so really the best way to do it is do it by more columns. You can also choose what address list you want to use. So, and we can dive deeper into that later. You can filter emails. So unread has attachments this week. You know, you received it this week. What category, color was it? Was it flagged? Is it important? Sent to me or CC? And then you can click create more. Store, this is where you get add-ins. It's really up to you what you want to do about that. I don't know if we have access to that. So let's just double check so I can show whether you do or not you do. So that's where you would get add-ins from. I'm not a big fan of add-ins unless you know exactly what you're adding in. So if you have any questions, please contact ITS and we'll be glad to help you with that. And again, this was my new group. So, you know, you don't have to do anything with this because this is was for training purposes. So again, real quick, I can also do categorical searches again. Just make sure everything is unread. Will show up instead of all of them. And mentions, so if you have some kind of tag associated with the email, then you have that as well. You know, you can also file by the receive by date. I do like using that, and I also like to, because there are times that I need to know when I received an email, so then at least you have the date and know what's available to you, what came in new. You can do it by size. I don't do it by size. This is just a sidebar, toolbar. I can go to previous item. I can go to next item. This is not always on display for everybody. It's just something that I had set up for myself. I also have these little shortcut keys. That's all it is. Let's see, one last thing. Most mailboxes look like this, not like mine. So if you right click and you want to create a new folder, you can right click on the actual originating folder, and and then create a new folder. And as you can see, I have quite a list. So that's where you would do that. And down here, this is just your mail. You can go to your calendar, and then you have some other navigation shortcuts here. So that should do it for the home page and the home tab. If you have any other questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to contact me, edith.warden@oit.edu, and my extension is 51730, or send me a Skype message, and I'd be more than glad to chat with you. Thank you, and have a great day.